It's the island paradise so beautiful that French artist Paul Gauguin spent 10 years painting it before dying there. Fletcher Christian mutinied on the HMS Bounty because he didn't want to leave, and quite frankly that was a great idea and something I'm considering on Wind Spirit. Remote, tropical, romantic, stunningly beautiful. It's one of the world's most aspirational places to visit. The islands of Tahiti, otherwise known as the Society Islands in the geographic area that is French Polynesia. Mayeva. Welcome to part 2. The name Moorea, commonly called Moorea, which is the incorrect pronunciation, means yellow lizard in Tahitian, and we begin this cruise strongly as it is one of the most beautiful islands in all of Polynesia. At only 11 miles from Tahiti, you could almost swim there from Papeete, but I wouldn't recommend it. So unsurprisingly, we didn't have a sea day to get there, more like a sea hour or two. We couldn't wait to get off and explore. Today we chose the excursion entitled Moorea by 4x4 Adventure. And it certainly was an adventure. Keep watching.
I may be a wanted woman.
I don't know if you can hear me, but good morning. We are on... Where are we? Moorea. I'll tell you that, Moorea. We're doing a 4x4 land tour with these brilliant guys here. There's 4 others with us. And we're just going to go around the island and look at all the picturesque photo stops and hopefully get some really good footage for you. Anyway, welcome to Moorea.
Our first stop was a small vanilla plantation where we learnt about the delicate process of growing vanilla and tasted some local pineapple and papaya jams while we appreciated the gorgeous view. Then we headed back to our 4x4s, our destination, the Magic Mountain. And that's where things got a little more, well, let's just say I'm glad I hadn't had a huge breakfast.
Is everyone having fun?
Actually, yes.
Actually, yes. I want to see my children grow up. Oh, I have. I noticed we haven't seen the other one for a while. Should we be worried? I know you're laughing because you're scared, really. It's a natural reaction.
It's a nervous laugh.
It is. Oh. I used to like this cruise. I'm not so sure. Oh, look at that, look! Look at the... Oh, my giddy aunt. We're not going up there, sure. Oh.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Have we got lost?
As if going up this impossibly narrow road wasn't thrilling enough, our driver decided to reverse the rest of the way. Oh, joy.
No one warned us about this.
I hope he gets brakes checked.
Yeah. I wondered why this wasn't on TripAdvisor.
There you go.
Obviously they can't get the 4x4s up here, although they've probably tried, the nut jobs. So we're just going to walk up here and, oh my goodness, look at that view. We'll take some lovely pictures when we get to the top.
The view was magnificent, and you could see both Cook's Bay, where the Wind Spirit was anchored, and Opunohu Bay, 2 nearly symmetrical bays slicing into the top of this almost symmetrical heart-shaped island. Of course, what goes up must come down, and the ride back down that tiny road was just as moving. For your bowels, not your emotions. But these guys know what they're doing. They do it virtually every day, and thanking the Lord of regular brake fluid checks, we made it to our next stop, a mountain stream to see some of the renowned freshwater eels. If you're enjoying this video and are interested in knowing more about Windstar's beautiful ships in French Polynesia, our preferred travel partner is Panache Cruises, the elite ocean, expedition, river and yacht style cruising specialists. The team at Panache has decades of combined knowledge and experience in finding the right cruise for you. For a completely personal service, their dedicated Cruise Connoisseurs will be right at your side from the initial inquiry until you get back from your dream cruise. They will help you with every aspect of your voyage. No question too big, no detail too small. Visit their beautiful website and make your next dream cruise, like the one we took on Wind Spirit, a reality. Now, back to the vlog. There are 3 species of eel in French Polynesia, including the giant marbled eel. These are used to human interaction and expect to be hand-fed. I think their favourites are cans of tuna, believe it or not. You can also do an ATV tour of the island. Helen didn't want to do it though. She says it's dangerous. Only dangerous in the hands of a madman, eh? Go a bit upstream and we drop further into the mouth of the volcanic crater, which is where the island grows most of its famous Queen Tahiti pineapples. It felt very Jurassic Park driving through here. Checking first for angry T-Rexes, we stopped and got out to see row after row of these spiky but delicious fruits, while our guides gave us a little talk on island life and history. Moorea is known as the pineapple centre of French Polynesia. The first record of pineapples in these islands dates back to 1777 in British explorer Captain Cook's voyage log, obviously before he mutinied. I'd have to admit a little secret. Until today, I'd never seen a pineapple on its native plant. In fact, I was a bit surprised they grew on the ground like this. I thought they were grown on trees. I definitely need to get out more often. Then, as if being chased by a pack of hungry velociraptors, the ATVs came through. Watch yourselves, people. If you fall off here, if the raptors don't get you, the prickly produce will. Back to the ship, and Windstar had deployed the marina, which meant we all had the urge to jump in the South Pacific and float around for a bit. It was brilliant. There's much more marina fun and facts later in the series, so in the meantime, here's us just floating aimlessly. They even provide floats, so you don't even have to bother with the effort of self-buoyancy.
It's not utterly stable, is it?
What you're expecting.
Then lunch, and lunch with a view. A prehistoric monumental view. How cool is this? I've taken some blueberry bread and butter pudding and I've instantly made it super mega awesome. I've put some chocolate sauce on and some dark chocolate chips. So now it's a dark chocolate chip bread and butter pudding. Beat that. Soon it was 5 PM and we sailed from Moorea, destined for our next island, Raiatea. Within 15 minutes of leaving the bay, we were out in the open sea, and the crew hoisted the sails as we switched to wind power, catching the famous South Pacific trade winds as they fan across the Society Islands. This is where you really catch the romance of this little ship. It's where it needs to be. It's what she's designed for. It's a fabulous feeling, especially with a glass of wine in hand and the sun setting before you in an ethereal blaze of yellow, orange, ochre and red. It's not something I can express accurately enough through words or pictures. You simply have to see it for yourself.
Bay in Cook's Bay with the great weather today, and the weather forecast also looks very good. Yes, it's windy, that's why it's moving a little bit. Wind is always in combination with sea as well when we're in the open sea. But weather-wise, for you, probably most important if it's raining or not, if the sun is shining. And as long as we so can look ahead, reliable, the sun is shining.
Literally pinching ourselves back into reality. Ouch. It was time to come inside for the port talk and captain's welcome party, where we met the ship's officers before heading down for another delicious dinner in Amphora. The highlight of which was the beef Wellington and dark chocolate souffle, but for completeness and food porn lovers, here's the complete meal. After dinner, we headed to the lounge for a Name That Tune quiz with the resident pianist and all-round entertainer, Jeffrey. And although there started out only us and one other team, gradually people joined us, and we all had a little bit of fun before heading to bed. Jeffrey was finding the small crowd a bit of a handful too.
I'm going to have a drink, bartender, I can tell you that right now. Okay, you got number...
Coming up in part 3, an extremely tattooed man shows us his ancestral horn, then serenades us with his nose. We get a dose of Polynesian liquid sunshine, stopped by a rather unusual roadside cafe, and we get to find out how fun a hive full of angry wasps are when they land in your boat. Oh, and there's lots of dancing. Stay tuned and watch these other videos in the series. Maururu, which is thank you, in Tahitian.